Hello all. Today we will discuss about coal and ash handling system, which is chapter number 3 of power plant engineering. In this topic we will cover introduction, coal handling, coal storage, burning systems, types of stokers and their working, pulverizing fuel handling system, pulverizing mills, pulverizing coal burners, oil burners, ash handling plant, and dust collection and its disposal. A thermal power plant may use coal, oil, or gas as a fuel. Since our country is deficient in petroleum products, so the main fuel used is coal. For coal handling, mechanical devices are used for handling coals and large quantity required for large thermal power plants. So we will discuss about coal handling system. Coal handling is a coal delivery, unloading, preparation of coal, transfer of coal, storage of coal, in-plant handling, weighting of coal, magnetic separators and crushers. After crushers, coal enters in boiler for burn. After it burns, it will be ash, and there is another system, ash handling system, for removing the ash from boilers. So requirement for good coal handling plant is it should be required minimum maintenance in plant transportation should be minimum, it should be simple and reliable, the handling of units is centralized, and the inspection and maintenance can be easily carried out. It should require less operators and other operation equipments. It should be able to supply coal as per demand of plant, particular during peak periods when it required higher requirements of plants to avoid corrosion, abrasion, and working parts should be enclosed. It have minimum wear running equipment. It should properly continuously demanded power plant. Coal storage. Coal storage is a storage of coal. Coal coming from mine, and it is stored by 30 to 90 days to permit choice of date of coal purchase. Coal is stored in form of heaps at height of 10 to 12 meter directly concrete or ground. The pile slope should be given a gentle slope with the rain may be drain off. There are two type of coal handling system are there, out handling and in plant handling. Coal storage can be done two types of underwater storage and live storage, or we can say active storage. Underwater storage. Underwater storage is the possibility of slow oxidation and separation of combination can be completely eliminated by storing coal underwater, and live storage or active storage can be done. The coal is usually stored in vertical cylinder or bunker or bins. Live storage or bunker normally construct with a diamond shaped of cross section area, and the storage bunker are made of steel, which is highly pressured, and concrete to store the live coal. Coal handling system. There are two type of coal handling system are there, out plant coal handling and in plant coal handling. In plant coal handling means after handling after a coal reaches at power plant. In plant handling, there are for easy, smooth, rapid operation, mechanical handling is used for in plant handling of coal. In plant handling begin from the coal delivery and with firing coal in furnace. So whole process from coal delivery by train to firing in boiler is process of in-plant coal handling. It is divided in separate steps like coal delivery, unloading, waiting, outdoor storage, covered storage, in-plant handling, preparation, waiting, transfer, and furnace firing. Coal delivery. Coal delivery may be done by train or ships. After that, it is unloaded at particular station. After that, the weight of coal has been checked. Then outdoor storage, then covered storage, in-plant handling, then preparation, heating, and transfer furnace firing. And another thing is out-plant coal handling. Out-plant coal handling means transfer of coal from mine to particular power plant. It can be done 4 or 5 types. First one, say transportation by rail, 4,000 to 13,000 tons per trip. In one trip we can carry 4,000 to 13,000 ton of coal by train. If we transfer from ship, then we can carry 45 million tons per year. Transportation by road or truck. If the mine is closest to power plant, then we can also transfer by trucks. And if it is very close to power plant, mine is very close to power plant, then we can transfer coal via belt conveyor, or we can transfer coal it via pipeline too. So out plant coal handling we can select method from the distance between mine and power plant. If power plant is far away from the mine, then we have to use train or ship for coal handling. Unload of coal at site. After receiving vehicle of coal, we have to unload it at our power plant. So unload of rails, unload of ships. Either coal may be come by train or either ship. If it is come by train and come by ship, so there are both have different method for unloading coals. Another thing is, if it is come by truck, then there is third method for unloading trucks. The type of equipment used for unloading coal received at power plant depend on method of out plant coal handling used to deliver a coal. If coal is delivered by truck, then there is no need for unloading equipment. The truck can be dump coal outdoor storage handled by lift truck or scoop as shown in figure. If coal is delivered by railway wagon, then ships, boats or unloading can be done by shakers, rotor car dumpers, cranes, grabs, bucket or unloading boat or coal accelerators. This is the unloading method for ships. There are one of equipments can shakers or safe unloaded ships can be done by this type of methods. Transportation through belt, rope or other conveyors. The coal is received from power plant in form of big lumps, contain moisture and is not proper size. Before feeding a coal, it contains the furnace is not prepared in proper form. So coal preparation of coal has passed through crushers, sizers, dryers and magnetic separators, which is shown in figure. Raw coal crushed is required to size in crushers to crush the coal, and sizer can be utilized separate out the back crushers. Transfer of coal is another method. Converting capacity of 60 tons per hour. The line was 270 meters long with vertical rise of 23 meters. It is eliminated 1511500 truck journeys. Coal storage. The coal storage is undesirable because it costs more. There is risk of spontaneous combustion, weathering, or possibility of loss detection during storage. Interest on capital coal target, cost of protecting stores from destroying. So on. Purpose of storage of coal. The main purpose of coal storage is uh, to save and continue the quality of that particular coal. It may be done 30 to 90 days or 30 to 80 days as per required shutdown. Storage of coal allow purchase take advantage of seasonal market fluctuation and also price of coal. In-plant coal handling. In-plant coal handling is feeding coal live storage. It includes various equipment for transfer coal like belt conveyor, screw conveyor, equipment needed weight quality and feed. In case of pulverizing coal firing system is required large number of equipment like classes, pulverizing mills, feeders, machine hoppers and automatic scales. Some points are important to remember. Simple and sound screening minimum operation of transportation. There is no double handling of coal in plant. Handling unit should be centralized and facilitate inspection and maintenance. The electric motors can be used as driver mechanism. The work part should be enclosed and avoid abrasion corrosion, and the system able to should supply required quantity of coal as per our demand. Then after there is a coal preparation. Coal preparation is the method of prepare a coal which is done by belt conveyor, magnifier belt, magnifier pulleys, then hoopers, etc. Crushing of coal. Crushers are reduce coal optimum size. It crushes pieces from 25 to 30 mm of stoker firing and 10 to 10 mm for pulverized coal fielding. There are vibrating separators. The size of vibrating separator fitted after crusher screen of crushed below said size. The oversize of coal return crushers for particular crushing. The size of vibrating separator is fitted actual crusher to screen the coal crushed in below said size. Oversized coal return to crusher from further crushing. So it is very useful for sorting and accurate coal size. Then the transfer of coal. Different equipments are used for coal transfer are belt conveyors, screw conveyors, bucket elevators, grab bucket elevators, height conveyors for scrapers and skip waste. We will see one by one construction, working and advantage and application of these equipments one by one. So first one, belt conveyor. It consists of endless belt suitable for material running over pier and drums supported at regular interval by series of roller. It can maximum inclination is 20 degree, running speed around 400 to 500 rpm, and transfer capacity for a long distance is 50 to 100 ton per hour for long distance. So another one is belt conveyor continue. There are advantages are there: low cost and low power consumption, smooth clear operation, there is no any maintenance, so cheap maintenance, controlled rate or coal transfer is very good. Then another one is screw conveyor. Screw conveyor is used to shorter distance, less than 30 meter. It is totally enclosed from atmosphere because totally it is covered by one pipe. If the construction of screw conveyor is like one screw between one pipe, so it is totally enclosed from atmosphere. Coal dust can be also transferred easily, not even coal, it can transfer also dust. Diameter should be minimum 50, maximum 50 centimeter, minimum 50 na and maximum 50 centimeter. Speed of rotation is nearly 70 to 120 rpm, and the capacity of this conveyor is 100 ton per hour. But one thing is, remember that it can transfer shorter distance only, less than 30 meter. The advantage is it is cheap, requires small space, it is simple, it is dust tight, and no atmosphere can effect on that. Okay, then disadvantages are there. There is a long shaft required, so there is high power consumption per coal transfer is required. And another thing is wear and tear screw is very high due to continuous friction, so life of that conveyor is also low. Another thing is bucket elevator. Bucket elevator is generally used for vertical transfer of coal, so one height or one level to another level we can use bucket elevator. Bucket elevator is construction of bucket elevator is like number of buckets are attached on chain or a belt which is loaded at bottom and it can be discharged at top. So it is used for movement, vertical movement only, coal handling. When we required vertical coal handling, then we should use bucket elevator. There are some limitations of bucket elevator there. The lift of coal is limited to about 30 meter. We cannot transfer more than 30 meter height. Inclination limited is 60 degree with horizontal. 60 degree, less than 60 degree we cannot use inclination, and transfer capacity is 60 tons per hour. Then next equipment is grab bucket elevator. It lifts transfer coal on single rail or truck from one point to another point. It is not bulk moving. It can use for crane or lower. Transfer capacity is 50 ton per hour. So grab bucket elevator is like that. From somewhere it puts somehow coal and it moves where we have to transfer it left there. So it is like it lift and put like that. Advantage of grab bucket elevator is it required less power operation and minimum maintenance, used when arrangement are not possible, lesser operation of cost. And disadvantage is one, that is its initial cost, or we can say capital cost is very high. Then flight conveyor, or we can say scrapers. It is generally used to transfer coal when fighting number of storage bin under conveyor is required. The coal is discharged from bottom through the transfer capacity is 10 to 100 tons per hour. There are advantages: low capital cost. It can transfer both coal and ash also. It can very easily and rate the coal discharge. The disadvantage is very high energy consumption, and also maintenance cost is high, and we can say wear and tear also high for that flight conveyor, or we can say scrapers.